Good morning, everybody. Today we have to discuss about the environmental studies too for the second semester students. That environmental studies also we have to discuss it in the previous sessions also. In the previous sessions, we have to discuss about the water pollution. What is the water pollution? What are the causes of the water pollution? And in the causes, the domestical sewage is very important, and industrial hygienic practices, industrial influences are very important too. And in the continuation of the that causes, we have to discuss about the in this agricultural wastages. In the agriculture, when we have to observe, generally we are belongs to the all are 80 percentage pupils or students belongs to farmers families. Behind you that farmers are there, that farmers they are going to daily going to be fields, and whatever they're doing, that is the agriculture. That in that their agriculture activities, they will be using the fertilizers, pesticides, farms wastes, manure, slurry. It causes heavy pollution to the water sources. Some of these are washed away through rainfall, irrigation, and drainage into the water bodies. In the agricultural systems, we are using the fertilizers, urea, DAP, complex fertilizers we are using, as well as the pesticides. Pesticides is very poisonous chemicals, and farms wastes, farm poultry farms, dairy farms, whatever it may be, we are maintaining in the agriculture activities. That farms wastages, manure slurries causes heavy pollution to the water sources. Why? Because that innocently that farmers will be releasing the, they don't know the however we are taking the water, however we are recycling the water, however we are utilizing the water, and same water where we have to release it into the lakes and rivers. Suppose that water only we are daily taking through the municipality or panchayatis, but they don't know, doesn't know that we are releasing the wastages into the same ponds which we are utilizing that for the drinking purpose or domestical purpose. Without knowing, they are doing that we're going to be awareness them to avoid the, and to avoid the heavy we are using in the heavy quantities of the fertilizers, pesticides, farms wastages. We have to they should be maintained. The some of their, but our rulers they does not take that steps to awareness in the farmers. So that's why we are going to be, we are causes the that agriculture or activities wastages causes for the water pollution. So radioactive pollutants, these enter into the water streams from nuclear power plants, nuclear reactors, tests, hospitals. From the hospitals, they are pouring the wastages at the pond side, lake side, river side. Then automatically that will be really mixed with the water. Then water is polluted, and nuclear reactors, power plants. Uh, it is a irresponsibility in the society. Socially responsibility persons does not do that. Only they are earning money. So suppose nuclear plants are there, they are maintaining, the management is there. Where the management they are, uh, they have the luxury lives in their AC rooms, but they should be spoil the environment, that environment is replaced by the common peoples. Common peoples are affected, and radionuclides are extremely toxic in water. So biological pollution in water is caused by the excretory products of the warm-blooded mammals, including human beings, wild and domestic animals, birds, etc. It is also caused by the microorganisms like that bacteria, virus, like arthropods, etc. are also cause the water pollution. So, biological pollution in water is caused by the excretory products of the warm-blooded mammals, including human beings, wild and domestic animals, birds, etc. It is also caused by the microorganisms like the bacteria, viruses, and protozoa, etc. are also cause the water pollution. Oil transportations. Petroleum products are transported from one country to another country by ocean or seas. Oil spill occurs during the transportation, which results in the pollution of water. So, oil transportations in the before that we have to discuss about the oil ships. They are transported by the ships, the big sizes ships. Then automatically, accidentally, they have to um, lapse the oil into the oil spill occur during the transportation, which results in the pollution of water. And then aquatic animals are affected. Aquatic living things are affected by the this type of pollution. And water is very essential for the aquatic animals. And food chains. The pollutants present in the water consumed by the fish and other aquatic animals. These are consumed by the other animals or human beings. The concentration of these pollutants goes on increasing by the time they reach human beings' food chains. The pollutants are present in the water consumed fish and other aquatic animals. These are consumed by the other animals or human beings. The concentration of these pollutants goes on increasing by the time they reach to the human beings. The increasing of concentration of pollutants from lower animals to higher animals is called bioamplification, and the carriers of these substances are called as food chains. Food chains also cause for the water pollution. However, look here, this point is very important. The increasing of concentration of pollutants from the lower animals to higher animals is called to bioamplification, and the carriers of these substances are called as food chains. The birds, goats, etc. also act as a food chains. Mm, Now we are suffering from the corona. That coronavirus also we are got from the birds like that in the food chain also only food chains we are spread among the human beings, and due to that we are our society, total society, and all countries are very panicked about that virus. Mm. So that is a very important. Food chain is a very important. By the food chain, we are spread the all viruses, bacteria among the human beings and affected. The pollutants may cause different diseases in human beings. So, cause of water pollution. Figure will be look here. Water pollution first of all. Domestic sewages and oils, industrial wastages, radioactive elements, and bacteria, pesticides and fertilizers. The number of causes are ready to pollute the water. So save the water, and for the save the water in our hands only, whatever there. Among them, domestical savages are nothing but direct human activities, and industrials are human activities, and here pesticides and fertilizers are human activities. So, in their human beings' hands, why we are not control the water pollution? So, this is a very important. Water is very important to the human beings to living the good life. So, how is the effects of water pollution on living organisms? Polluted water causes the contaminated diseases like that typhoid, jaundice, cholera, diarrhea, amoebias, skin diseases, etc. The water containing the fluoride causes the fluorosis. Here, mainly we have to discuss about the water pollution affected is nothing but the big disaster is nothing but the long ago we have to discussing about the and since for 2 years, since 5 years, 6 years, we are every year we are telling about the Nalgonda. At the Nalgonda region, the fluorosis causes the fluorosis due to the water pollution. Water pollution affects the fluorosis. Why? Because that water containing the fluorides. That's why we not take the steps to minimize the fluorides, and polluted water causes the contaminated diseases like that typhoid, jaundice, where the um, hygienic practices and the domestical savages due to that we have to we are getting the typhoid, jaundices, cholera, diarrhea, like that diseases are spread among the human beings. That's why very important to control the water pollution. So radioactive pollutants causes the genetic disorders and the affects the liver, bones, and muscles. Radioactive elements are very poisonous to the human beings. Why? Because radioactive pollutants causes the genetical disorders and affects the liver. bone, and muscles. The toxic metals like that lead, mercury, arsenic, etc. in water causes the mental disorder, lung cancer, kidney and liver damages. They may kill aquatic organisms. Example, many people in Japan suffered with a disease known as the Minamata due to the eating of fish which contains mercury salts. Mercury salts. In Japan, once upon the or disease is find out that Minamata due to the eating of the fish which contains the mercury salts. So, radioactive pollutants are causes the genetical disorders. So, where the nuclear plants are very properly used, otherwise we have to suffer the so many diseases and disorders. Genetical disorder is nothing but liver, bones, and muscles, and toxic metals like that lead, mercury, arsenic, etc. in the water causes the mental disorders and lung cancer, kidney and liver damages. They may kill the aquatic organisms. For example, the many peoples in Japan suffered with the disease known as the Minamata due to the eating of fish which contains the mercury salts. So, in this session, we have to learn about the cause of water pollution, among them agriculture wastes. We know the what we are using the in the agriculture fields. Farmers using the fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides, and they have to maintaining the farms and manners like this. So, by these wastages, water will be going to be polluted. That's why agricultural activities are causes for the pollution. Radioactive pollution, these enter into the water streams from the nuclear power plants, nuclear reactors, nuclear tests, hospitals. Radionuclides are extremely toxic in water and biologically also causes the water pollution is nothing but biological pollution in water is caused by the excretory products of the warm-blooded mammals including the human being, wild animals, domestic animals, birds, etc. So it is also caused by the microorganisms like that bacteria, viruses, allergia, protozoa, etc. And oil transportation is very too much causes to the ocean sea waters when oil is transported from the one country to another country by the ocean or seas. Oil spill occurs during the transportation will which results in the pollution of water, and food chains are very important to maintain. And due to the food chain nowadays we are present situation we are suffering by the corona. The all countries are very panic situation is there in that only by the food chain that coronavirus is spread among the human beings only in the China where the one city one city in that city in the food market they will be spread that bird from the bird which is eaten by them, then automatically that coronavirus enter into the human bodies, and then automatically human beings are suffered, and that will be spread and among the human beings and country to country, all worldwide all countries are panic about that coronavirus. That is the food chain. Due to the food chain we have to spread that coronavirus. That's why food chain is causes the water pollution. It's very important. So and polluted water causes the contaminated diseases like typhoid, jaundice, cholera, diarrhea, amoebius, fluorosis, and water contains the fluoride causes the fluorosis. And radioactive pollutants causes the genetical disorders and affects the livers, bones, and muscles. The toxic metals like that lead, mercury, arsenic, and etc. in water causes the disorders, lung cancer, kidney and liver damages. They may kill the aquatic organisms like that. Once upon we are listening that many people in Japan suffered with a disease known as the Minamata due to the eating of fish which contains the mercury salts. Okay, thank you. And in next session, we have to continuation with the effects of the water pollution and how can we control the water pollution. Hmm.